Welcome back to this week's YouTube video. Some of you guys might have already seen this video coming. You guys might have actually tuned into the live stream. So we're going over how to make the flood drop pods today. So it's actually surprisingly really easy. And the way I set it up, you can actually make multiple pods and just script them pretty easily. So first, let's show you how it does. There it goes. Drop pod, and there's the flood unit. Alright, so first things first, obviously you're going to want a flood squad with an actual unit in there. So it doesn't really matter how many units you have, because you're just going to be teleporting them over there as it is. So I have 2 of them, but, well, actually I guess it does matter, because there's only one that teleported in. So, we're going to edit types. We're going to want to add the scenery object for the flood meteor. So that, let's see, is an object, scenery, flood meteor. And then you add that. And then obviously you want to add the flood combat humans. Those can be found in the characters and all down here. All the flood combat units. Next up, somewhere on the map, you're going to want to make sure you actually have your flood pod spawned, and you're going to want to name it something that you can access in the script. So I named mine Meteor 1. Going into the script, first off, we have a global for a point reference, and then we named it Flood Spawn 1, and then we labeled where our point is. We can always change this point in a script if we really wanted to. So first we have our startup mission part. This is more so for debugging, so I know it works. So it waits a little bit. It tells me it's going to disperse the flood pod. Then it calls up the next script, the static script. But that static script needs 2 things. It needs a point reference location, which is flood spawn 1, the point reference location. And it also needs an amount of how many units are spawned. So I could technically change this to 2, and they'll spawn 2 units in the squad. So over here I have flood anim, which is the next static script down, which is really just the animation control for the flood pod. And then it tells you where the point is. It places the squad, however many amounts that we put into it. It's going to teleport the flood squad to the actual point that we've set. It's going to teleport the flood squad to the actual reference location, being flood spawn location 1. Now, in our actual animation script, first, obviously, it's going to create a new meteor. It's going to teleport the meteor automatically to the location where it's going to play its animation. It's going to start the scenery animation for this object, Meteor 1, because that's what we called it. And then we have our directory for where our custom scenery animation is. So flood meteor, rock my world. That's it. So then it's going to sleep until the animation is done. And then after that, it's going to destroy the damage section main by 1. Well, it's going to destroy it generally. And that's it. Dispersal pod. Then it sleeps for a tick, and it destroys the meteor, and it prints that it spawned 1. And that's pretty much it. So we can actually rerun this, and now it should actually spawn in 2 of them. So we compiled our scripts, and there you go. Now 2 of them actually spawned in at the same time. It's pretty simple, actually, so you can actually use that pretty universally. You just need to have points set up for them in advance. And you can have one control script for all of your flood spawning. I hope this video helped you guys out. I know it's been a long time coming for me, but next video, stay tuned. It's going to be how the sentinel pods actually get dispersed. Again, it's actually pretty surprisingly easy, but I'm going to make one for that. And then after that, I got a few more videos coming out, but if you want to see more, you can always go on my Patreon. As soon as I get them edited and uploaded, I'll upload them to Patreon first, so that anyone who's on there knows that they have access to it. But I'm also uploading some behind the scenes clips, downloads, and everything for some of the projects I've been working on. I've gotten a lot done on the one sand trap mission, and I'm getting ready to edit a video together of just the introduction for what I've got so far. Because I've got the introduction of the mission set up, but I want to make sure that it's actually pretty fulfilling, at least at the start, for what I want to make a video for. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and as always, I appreciate any comments and suggestions.